So the appropriate way, Khan Academy, Google Images, find another website, a ton of YouTube videos, you will see this. Your packet wants you to learn algebra tiles, so we're going to bounce between the two. So after I do this, I'll give you guys some time to try the next one. And then I'm going to redo this one by algebra tiles, okay? But you got to learn one way or the other. Okay, now obviously as you move on to im3, you need to learn the appropriate way. But the algebra tiles, if it helps on a quiz or a test so that you guys get the points, you know, by all means, right? It could be your verification. All right, so here we go. Your first step is you look for a GCF. Now in this case, my A value is 1, right? A, B, C, right? AX squared plus BX plus C is equal to 0. My A value is 1, so there is no GCF. The GCF exists when A is not 1. If you look at your worksheet, that's 7 through 12. Okay, we're 1 through 6, so we're on the easy ones. There's a fly in here. Okay, ladies. So, let's just do this for a second until we get the fly out. Okay, guys, I'm still recording. All right, so then the second step says to get the C value to other side of the equal sign. So my C value is the -6, yes? So I want it on the other side of the equal sign. So we're going to move it over, and it will be +6. And then the next step says to add a box on both sides, left and right, because this is what we're going to fill in the next step once we do that b over 2 squared. Hello, recording. Yes? Okay, so now we keep moving. What am I going to put in those 2 squares that I drew? You're going to put the b over 2 squared. So what's your b value? Your b value is a coefficient of x. And so that number is 4. So bring that down. 4 divided by 2 squared gives me 2. Squared gives me 4. This is your box number. So that 4 is going to go here and here. Right? Okay. Keep going? Okay, so now it says you're going to factor the left and you're going to combine like terms on the right side. So if I factor the left, x squared plus 4x plus 4. Give me 2 numbers and multiply to 4, but add up to 4. Well, you can go ahead and for 4, what 2 numbers? 2 and 2, right? Okay. Now, when you're completing the square, it is not a coincidence that they're going to be the same 2 numbers. 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 5, 9, 9, -10, -10. They're always going to be the same 2 numbers. So you're welcome to do your magic X. However, if you trust the steps, this number here is always the number that will come down to your factored form. Always. So once you, that's why I will always recommend to you guys, when you guys are doing the b over 2 squared, do the math in 2 steps. When you take the b value and divide by 2, that value is what is in your binomial squared. After you square it, that's the constant that gets added to both sides of the quadratic equation, the left and the right. George? Okay, so I factored that side equal, and what is 6 plus 4? Combine like terms. 6 plus 4 is 10. Okay, so now look. It says factor combine like terms, check. Factor plus bring back the constant and set the equation back to 0. If I bring this back, the constant, that's supposed to be a negative, you guys, and I'm recording. No. Let's pretend it never happened. Okay, and so x plus 2 quantity squared minus 10 equals 0. Now, this would be the rewrite back to vertex form. This is where we're going to stop because that's what your packet wants you to do with the algebra tile. So we're going to stop there. Even though the worksheet tells us to solve, so if requested, the worksheet is asking us to solve. We're going to stop here because this is where we are in that packet. Because then I want to show you guys algebra tiles. If, say, this is not what you prefer, I'll show you an algebra tiles either way. Because remember, these are the easy ones. So if you're like, no, I can do this. Remember, our GCF value, there is no GCF, or rather it's 1 because the A value is 1. But on this sheet, you're going to have negative 2, 4, 3, 5, 3. You're now going to have fractions. And is that going to make you uncomfortable? Where are you going to be? And so that's why we'll teach you guys the algebra tiles. Okay? Okay, can I pause this? Yeah. Okay, so try the second one, and then I'm going to, once you kind of give you guys enough time, I'm going to go back and do this one by algebra tiles and the second one as well. Okay? Yeah, George?